Welcome back everyone to my channel. This is a continuation of my daily video releases. Hope everyone's enjoying it. Today's video is going to be getting into waxing the Impala, getting it ready for HotRod Powertour, and just some other little final details to it. So stick around, hope everyone enjoys. So now that we got it all polished and waxed up, we're going to go through and wipe it down, get all the dust and everything off of it. I was going to wash it, but decided to start raining out on me. So I'm going to go through and just get a chamois cloth wet and just kind of wipe down some stuff just to get it pretty. And then we're going to go through and wax it and then wash the windows and clean up any gunk that's left on the jambs and whatnot. So I'd call this step the poor man's kind of sponge bath for your car. Go through, wipe down with your clean, wet chamois cloth. Get some of the dust and moisture, or not moisture, but just the dust and dirt particles. I want to collect it in here and brush it off the car. And any little lint fuzzies that are on there. Yeah, it's kind of like a sponge bath. Don't worry about the windows, because we're gonna go through and get those here in a second, but we want to get all the lint off of the outside surfaces that we're going to wax. Flat surfaces. And make sure they are lint free. If you get little smudges and stuff on there, don't worry about that, because we'll address those here in a second. So got her all wiped. For the front bumper here, you can see collected quite a bit of lint. And reason for using a wet chamois cloth is because if it does collect anything dirt and you drag it across your paint, it's not going to scratch it. So don't feel too bad using a wet chamois cloth. There we go. So now the old school way I used to wax cars, and it worked out pretty good in my opinion personally, is I used a carnauba wax, and this is actually what I used for foam padding on the second go around. It's old technology, but it was high tech back in the day, and it gives a nice liquidy wet look finish. Of course, you got your ceramics, and I've used ceramic on the car now, but since we polished it, we polished off all the wax and everything that was underneath it. So we're going to start with a fresh surface. And I'm going to use this. You simply apply it to a foam pad, little areas at a time. You let it dry. Take your soft terry cloth, polish it to a shine. Should look pretty good. So I'm going to get to starting on that and see how it ends up. So just like buffing and polishing, I like to work in little small sections. So I do little squares, square, square, square. I always start with the hood. And rub it in a circular pattern similar to a DA. Now I'm going to let this sit here for a minute, let it kind of dry per the instructions, and then buff it out to a nice shine. So of course I did go ahead and just do the whole hood here really quick on the top of the fender, letting my one little section dry first. But biggest thing you can do that ruins a wax job is not let it dry quick enough. If you want to put it on there, let it sit and do its thing, because if you try to buff it off when it's wet, you're just going to continually smudge the paint and you're going to leave smudge marks on it. If you let it dry, it'll come right off. Relatively simple, but then you start gumming up your terry cloth with wet wax and you start dragging your wax all over your paint, and it just turns out looking like crap. So smear it on, let it dry, and work little areas, and then should be good. So let's see what this section looks like. Yeah, just simply comes right off. You'll tell if it's a little wet, like up here, it's not coming right off. But it should just simply come right off. And what you're doing is you're going to pull up any contaminants with it. I mean, just look how shiny that is. So I'm going to go ahead, knock the car out, and show you what the end results look like. Well, she is all waxed up. Nice and shiny. Shiny. Look at that dark cherry. Wish you could touch it. It's nice and soft. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to wax the rims. Yep. Yep. If you don't wax your rims, we can't be friends. Simple as that. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. So using your same carnauba wax that you used on your paint, but a older, much dirtier terry cloth. You know, you got all these laying around. They just happen. Same thing. Just apply the wax on there, let it sit, buff it to a shine with this guy, make her look pretty. So by doing that, as you can see, that's nice and smooth and shiny. You're basically giving the rims some kind of a protection from dirt, grime, water, whatever comes up from the road. You're giving it the same protection as you are on your paint, which, by the way, I did wax these lower paint panels. I waxed them. So just go through, polish them up, get any nooks and crannies that you see, and make them shine. Shine like a light bulb. Is that a thing? Yeah. I think Rihanna said that. Alright, rims are all waxed. Looking good. I probably should have taken the polisher and polished them up, but I didn't, so yeah, it's alright. Last thing we're going to do today, we're going to clean the windows. Just using some good old spray away and paper towel. Wipe down the windows, get the remainders of that off. And that should pretty much wrap up the exterior detail of the paint we need to do for this 1995 Chevrolet Impala. Nope, Impala. Yep. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up. Show you the final results. Golly, there it is. All done up. Exterior paint looking good. First spot that we fixed. You can kind of see it, but it's a lot better than what it was. Paint is looking amazing. So yeah, that's kind of a down and dirty on how to do some paint correction. Get rid of some swirl marks. Make her look shiny. So I think that's going to wrap up this video. Countdown is on. Powertour is coming up quick. So thanks everyone for watching. Like, subscribe, share. If you see me at Powertour, if you're going on Powertour, drop a comment below. Say hi. Yeah, say hi. Thanks everyone. See ya.